We reported in Venezuela is holding a first-time election of judges of peace. And for this, we are going live to Caracas with our correspondent Gladys Quesada to have all the details as this election day kickstarts in Venezuela. Let's see. Hello, Gladys. Welcome.
Hello, Liz. Thanks for the time and the contact here with you from the south and the opportunity to tell to our audience what is going on here in Venezuela. Actually, I'm not in Caracas precisely. I'm in La Guaira, which is the coastal state that welcomes all foreigners that comes to Venezuela and that have to land in the airport Simón Bolívar. Now, I'm at Naiguatá, which is one of the many coastal towns here in La Guaira. And as you can see, people is forming a line since early times in the morning. They are just lining up for this voting center. They are going to choose among 300 candidates for their justices, you know, the peace justices that are going to be chosen today. And out of those 30 justices, there are going to be, well, 6 enforced justices and 6 candidates to be substitutes of those ones. And maybe people is just asking themselves, what about this new voting in Venezuela? Well, first of all, the justices, the coming justices of peace, they are going to be mediators and negotiators in conflicts regarding the commune, the community, the people, and those who have no legal binding. And that's to say, for example, intra-familiar issues and conflicts in the neighborhoods. And that's a way to ensure that those who have to take the decisions regarding a conflict, that they know the people and they know the circumstances of their community and their own people and towns, as you can see. So this was convened by the National Electoral Council alongside with the communal authorities here in Venezuela and in accordance with the Constitution and the law for the communes that was enacted in Venezuela with the Constitution of 1999. As you can see, people is lining up, and this is early morning for a Sunday here in Venezuela because this is a coastal and beach enclave, and also because it's really, really early, but people is lining up. And I was asking to the authorities of this voting center, and they were telling me that they have 24,000 voters because this is the only center here in Naiguatá and is receiving people from early in the morning, and it will be open until 4 p.m. Those are the guidelines for today. Those are the time for opening the voting centers at 8 a.m. and there will be closing at 4 p.m. Also, I have to say that this is not the only one. 4,862 communal circuits are going to be doing the same today. On Sunday, they're going to be choosing their candidates for peace justices and the substitutes, because the idea is that every commune has justice peace and someone that can take in for them in the case of a conflict. Also, I want to say that this is one process that is going to be held for voters over 15 years of age. So there are no other limitations. Everyone in the community can come, and as you can see, people is coming with their families and coming with the children and the elderly. Also, I have to say that this is one of the many activities that the popular will, the popular government is enacting to give more democracy to the people, to give them more power on their decisions and how to manage not only the resources as the other popular consultations on the communes, but also to do little and micro governments here in Venezuela and to test popular will and popular governance. And I have to say that this is having place in all over Venezuela and even in the indigenous communities, because they are going to have their own voting systems, because it's going to be held under their traditions, under their languages, and under their ways, because the idea is to give people, more power and not to impose, not to enhance vertical ways of power and governance here in Venezuela. And as you can see, there is all the information. You have the diagrams, you have all the info and the pictures of how to come and vote, the requisites, and of course the mandatory documents as the, the identity cards and other primordial documents that you need to come and vote. So those are, the data, that's the information. If you have any questions, Luis?
It's very early in the morning, but what is the take of the people on this election? Because nothing comes to mind that something like this has ever happened in the world, that people are electing their judges that will deal with the issues at their community level. So what's the take of the people about what is happening today and what can they provide for their communities?
Well, first of all, they are really, really happy that they are having this last communal activity prior to the end of the year. Let's recall that Venezuela is holding this kind of consultations for the people and the communities since April. So there have been around 3 or 4 consultations, and even they chosen the financing, they have chosen even the projects they want to give that financing. But today they're choosing the justices that are going to mediate in their issues, in their communal issues. They are happy, and they are also really focused in having this election and to see the outcome of this development of the popular will here in Venezuela. This is a way of horizontal power, and that's an experiment, and that's a newness, because this is not happening any other place in the world, only here in Venezuela. And this is being enacted by President Nicolás Maduro Moros, that has been saying that people needs to have the power. And this is a way to give continuity, Luis, to the projects and to the ideals of Commander Hugo Chavez also here in Venezuela. So now this is the end of this report, but we will have more information in upcoming reports and contacts, because this is a full day coverage. So I'm telling this to you and to our audience. Stay tuned with TeleSUR English for more details of what is going on in Venezuela today, Sunday, December 15th. Back to you, Luis.
Thank you, Gladys.